Sonny Digital. I feel like FL Studio's taken over as a recording DAW in the new generation. I'm seeing a lot less Pro Tools for sure. I love both. It's a fact. PlaqueBoy Max, he's inspiring and motivating an entire generation. This almost brought a tear. Waking them up, I got me still. Throw it up where you from. Yo, welcome back to the Larry Ohh Show. Got my co-host to the left of me, as always.
What's going on, y'all? It's John Phelps.
I'm Larry Ohh. This is a podcast and a show, whatever you want to call it, where we talk about everything FL Studio and music production related. We got a topic that seems to always be in discussion, and I wanted to get this out there and just drop it and say it. And it's non-debatable.
It's official.
FL Studio is industry standard.
And it's been
it's
been industry standard too.
In the production side of things, yes. In my opinion, a large group of people in the industry are using something that makes it industry standard.
Facts.
Whether it's like a small group of people that are in studios, major studios, that say, you know, it's not industry standard. It is. It's non-debatable. But like on the recording side of things, it's been a topic lately and seems to always pop up, and it's a popular topic on my socials and a lot of other people's socials. And I came across a post on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it nowadays. Sonny Digital. I feel like FL Studio's taken over as a recording DAW in the new generation. I'm seeing a lot less Pro Tools for sure. I love both. And this is somebody that's been in the game for 20 years, right? A couple of decades or close to it.
Yep.
OG in the game. Yep. He's saying this. He's seeing a lot of young producers and a lot of young engineers are using FL Studio. He's in session still. This isn't somebody that is just not in the industry anymore. Sonny
Definitely
is heavily involved in the industry still right now as we speak. So coming from somebody like Sonny Digital in the hip hop rap world saying this, it's a fact. And you could see what I put on here. I put I've been waiting 20 years for this. I have. Because I've been saying it in my head that this is the best thing on the planet.
People used to try and cook me for using FL Studio to do this kind of to do everything start to finish. And it's like, why wouldn't you? It's the thing that's right there and it's easy for you. And then I feel like enough people just started using it to where people were just like, oh, you using FL like that? Yeah, of course.
Yep.
And of course, it's going to set a new standard, you know?
Yep.
You know
and I get it. Like, if you don't use FL Studio to make beats and you're making a transition, for me, and I'm seeing it for a lot of people that are just starting to just get into music production or vocal production, they are also going to FL Studio first. It seems to be a user-friendly DAW, even in that aspect. Even in, like, I want to record myself, I want to become a rapper, I want to become a singer. People are downloading FL Studio and using it right out the gate. But even more so for somebody like me that made beats in it first. I learned how to make beats before you could even record audio into FL Studio. Never mind recording good. It was before that. So I was using it as a music production software solely, and then transitioned into recording people and transitioned into using FL Studio to record in. It's an easy transition for me that way, but it also seems to be an easy move for somebody that knows nothing about it.
Yeah, and it's all in one. Like everything that you need, especially with the cloud coming into it, is like at your fingertips, literally. So you can just hop in, and then once you figure out there's like you see, you know, some PBM streams, and you see he's using FL. Like even if you ain't used it like that before, you seeing him do it, and you're like, oh, like now I know I can YouTube a tutorial or ChatGPT a tutorial on how to do this.
Speaking of that,
so it's changing the game. Like, yeah, exactly.
PlaqueBoy Max, he's inspiring and motivating an entire generation.
Facts.
He has some of the best streams I've seen. I watch clips. I'm not like a huge like Twitch watcher, but I'm a YouTube watcher, and I see a ton of clips and a ton of just these 20-minute videos that he posts or other people clip for him, and I'm just amazed, but at the same time I'm not, because I knew it was gonna get to this point. It was only a matter of time. Yeah. But you're seeing A-listers like PlaqueBoy Max recording with A-listers, Quavo recording into FL Studio, and nobody's blinking an eye. Quavo's not sitting here saying, yo, I can't record into FL Studio. You can't get that sound that I need as Quavo, and you can't get that in FL Studio. He's not even saying that. It's not even a thought. Nobody's blinking an eye at it. It's industry standard. Yeah, industry standard.
They all know it by now.
I mean, look, just check it out. Like, this almost brought a tear.
Waking them up, I got me still. Throw it up where you from. In the coupe with a drum.
I'm curious. I'm a nerd for this kind of thing. I wonder if there's a spot where he shows like what mixer track Quavo's putting his vocals into, and like if he shows like the chain that he's kind of going through.
He does. Sometimes, depending on if this was edited in a way, he might have this set up like in the full stream.
Yeah, because he sounds like Quavo.
Oh, like right here, you might see it, but I think it's
because he sounds like Quavo. That's the challenge sometimes, right? Is like
check.
You can see a little bit of it, like right here.
It's cut off in the.
But he's got sound goodizer in there. He's got the limiter, Fruity Delay 3, reverb. Yo. Somebody's got to show him a little bit of.
PlaqueBoy Max's chain is insane.
You got to do a little bit of
sound goodizer.
A little bit of some effect sends going on, but hey, but if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And
facts.
this may be the only, like I feel like somebody also commented on his chain and was like kind of roasting his vocal chain, but I'm pretty sure that he might send it out to get mixed by somebody else. He's recording and tracking everything in here, and I think he's dumping these effects on and choosing the post option where it doesn't print the effects on. So he's getting those effects in real time just to get Quavo to hear himself in that. Yeah. Right. And then I think he's turning them off and he's having somebody else mix them.
Yeah.
Because
that's dope.
He's the talent.
He's tracking them. Yeah. He's the tracking engineer sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, and producer, of
course.
And
a producer. Yeah. I wouldn't pay much attention to like what his chain is and say, oh, this is like, the end all be all. That's what my chain should be.
Right. He might have just put sound goodizer on to just hike up his volume in the headphones, get him loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you got to do type beat.
Because who wants to, if you're an artist, for example.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear yourself low as hell.
Well, I've been in sessions where like you want to get a vibe going and you're like, yo, can you just put some tune and some reverb on? And somebody will be like, oh, my CPU, it can't handle like the live effects or whatever. And that's always a letdown, you know what I mean? Because as an artist, you want to give the best performance in the moment, and that monitoring comes in really handy. Yeah,
because that will change your tone.
That'll change your tone, because then you force your vibe. Yeah, everything. Yeah,
because if you're low in the headphones and you're not compressed and crispy and like right there, you're gonna try to get yourself there, and then
it's unnatural.
Then your tone changes, and you don't want that. You want the natural tone, like you want to just sound crispy.
Be in there,
and definitely use like that post effects option.
Well, go into that a little bit, because I feel like I know we've talked about it in the past, but like where you're not printing the effects onto the input.
So you would go here,
you're tracking it.
Like let's say I might have to set up this in a way. Yeah, here it is. So say this is your recording track number 30, whatever it is, and you got all your effects on it, and that's the one that you're recording into. It's armed to record. You click this icon right here. You have your input selected. I can't right now. We have a lot of stuff going on in here, but you click here. You choose external input only, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna make it so you get a dry signal recorded, but you can hear all those effects on there, all in real time, and that's it. And they're not printed on.
Easy as that.
It's easy as that.
Easy as that.
But you also have all these other options too. If you wanted to do post EQ, the EQ meaning this little EQ down here, post level, and panning, post track.
Yeah, and that's huge too. That's huge.
I mean, let's watch a little bit of this.
There is PlaqueBoy Max.
Freaks. Some at the top. Bitch, I'm at my peak.
Just line for line.
Waking them up.
It's so dope, bro. That shit. It's just like so natural.
Oh yeah, and I love that these beats are coming back into fashion, like the hype ass trap shit. You know what I mean? This video is a little older, but I'm hearing a lot of them. Like Thug's new album just came out.
How old is this video?
Shouts out to TM88. He got some production on there, and that album has all these like classic kind of like trap vibes to it. So I'm just stoked that sound is coming back into favor with people.
He's even dropping how to record.
Yeah.
Like he's pushing for this, and I love it. I love every second of it.
FL Studio tutorial. Now, let's get started. Now, I recommend if you really want to do this shit, you really want to make your shit like sounding good, I recommend you to get an interface. Now, the easiest interface to use is a Focusrite. Fuck, I just unplugged something. It's a Focusrite. It's this little red box.
There you go. That's all you need.
Doing this is cause I'm cooking, but I'm still finna get through it. Fruity Loop Studio. I recommend as you start, all beginners start on Fruity Loop Studio. It's easier. I don't know, Pro Tools is all I've really ever recorded on, okay? Now, you will also need auto-tune. I'm assuming, unless your ass trying to be the next Boss Man D-Lo, but I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're probably a Sofago fan, my nigga, and you want to sing with auto-tune, you gonna need auto-tune. Now, this tutorial, is this tutorial bad? Because I'll do it when I'm not cooking, so it makes more sense.
I love it, bro. Go check this video out.
Huge, man. That's awesome.
Like everybody has their own process too. I love seeing everybody's different process. He probably got so many questions because he hits such a big audience of people that I'm sure not everybody makes music. They just like seeing the vibes. They just like seeing him cook. They like seeing the people he brings on the show. And they just were like, yo, what are you using? I want to start recording. I want to start I want to start making beats. I want to start writing and rapping and shit. And so he had a ton of people asking him how to do it. And he made a video on how to do it, because that's how like prominent this software is. It's just how industry standard it is, even though you say, you know, you could say it isn't, but
right. And you know, again, it's like I've raised a good point. It's like it's been the standard because people have been using it, but now through them like growing it a certain way, like, you know, the cloud, and then putting more emphasis on people using it to record, it's like developing its own legs as like a, you know, a standard, you know what I mean? And I think like that whole industry standard thing, I think that that'll go away the more that people get used to all these different softwares being integratable with and like compatible with all sorts of other, you know, softwares and stuff like that. And the workflow is the workflow, you know what I'm saying? So long as the stuff is compatible, then it's industry standard. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're just exporting zip loop packages with waveforms in there, and that's able to drop into whoever's going to be using it to master it, whoever's going to be using it to mix it, whoever's going to be using it to whatever, add more production to it, it's an industry standard. It's up to date.
And the way that they like FL Studio stays up with the times, they're just constantly throwing these new updates around. But you know what? Oh, and by the way, this is my guy Bolo, the producer. He just dropped a video today, just so happened, what a coincidence, about why you should learn how to record in FL Studio ASAP. Go check that video out. I'll just hit like a random piece.
With you, I was kind of blown away on.
He was talking about how he's like in a session with a signed artist that he just started working with, and the artist writes, produces, I believe, and records himself. And he was basically saying that he uses FL Studio to do everything in, and he's in this session with Bolo's in the session with him, and he's saying, you know, I need you to, I want to record. Can I hook up my computer, my interface to the mic and stuff? Because they were in a studio that they were renting studio time, or his studio. He's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, can you record me? He's like, I never like recorded in FL Studio. I know FL Studio, which he does know FL. When he records, he's always just recorded somewhere else. He touches like all different programs. He's like in everything. He's very tech savvy. But he's basically saying that it's super important because the youth coming up, they're using FL to record in.
Yeah, they're
like,
using FL.
Yeah.
They're using FL. They're using even weirder stuff, like quote unquote weirder stuff, like, you know, BandLab to get records.
A lot of
going,
people are using
especially
it too.
early on, like you just starting to make a record and you want to get your feet wet with some music production. You're gonna be popping into BandLab, but then FL Studio, just because of it, it's so approachable. You know what I mean? And it takes a while to learn for sure, but it's got an interface that it's fun to be learning on it, if that makes sense. It's fun to be messing around in FL Studio.
It's user friendly.
Yeah.
And the amount of different production styles that you can have and all the tools that you have at your fingertips in there it just makes it so much better, because if somebody's recording and like, let's say they're recording, but they want to figure out how to put a new piano melody in on top of the beat that's already there that maybe they didn't make. All those, like you said, it's an all-in-one. Everything is in there. They can do everything in there. Right. It's just literally a tutorial away, which there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of. Or you have Gopher in there now, which I don't think people are using enough of that. Right. You don't know about Gopher. It's an AI assistant within FL Studio. Came out in FL 25, I believe. You basically type anything FL Studio or even like production related in there. It'll give you tips, tricks, tell you where to go, where to find things, how to do it. It's really, really useful.
I think the AI integration is gonna get like they're gonna boost that up a little bit more, because I'm already thinking like if the trend is gonna continue to market to people that are like first time music producers or they're just learning about the stuff, it would be mad useful if like as violating every intellectual property law, but like if you could be like, how do I make a song like this? Yeah. And you either like tell them the name of the song or you upload or like drag and drop the song into it. And it's just like, oh yeah, that's you know, some elements of this song that would make it a ballad, right? Would be like the keys, the time signature, and all those things are like located here. So like you can be like, time signature, what the fuck is that? And then it explains like, oh, it's fucking 3/4. Yeah. And it'll show you like where you can toggle that, or do you want me to toggle that now? That shit will just get more
not much
and more
difference.
Sick,
it just speeds up that process, because it's not much difference than I've been in studios when I was with the band and other sessions, and be somebody like saying, oh, like I want to make a song like this, and then they reverse engineer it and break it down. So what's the difference?
Right. You just be like, oh, that's this
You
chord
just can't,
progression.
you just can't you can't
jack
steal
the
like
shit.
melodies.
Yeah, you can't jack the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like it would be crazy if you could like drag and drop, almost like you're drag and drop to the playlist or whatever. But instead of it dropping into the DAW, like it like and just says like, oh yeah, these are like some of the elements. Like especially if you were like, tell me about like how to make a specific genre. That would be sick. Like how do I?
Yeah, you can do that with Gopher.
Yeah. How do I?
It breaks it down for you.
Right. How do I make a ballad? You know what I'm saying? How do I make a trap song? How do I make a boom bap song versus a trap song?
Yep.
And if the Gopher could be like, well, one probably be real time and one would be double time. That would be some tech. If Gopher was just like, yo, double time will get you to that trap sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
from what I've seen when I've tested things like that, it's pretty good. Like,
I mean, I was talking to Valor about this the other night, where it's like back in the day, making beats on FL, like you would download like a pack off Reddit or something like that. And now with the cloud and all that stuff, like you don't have to do that shit anymore. And it's cool because the packs still keep the community together in a way that I don't think the cloud can, or like at this time can. But I was just like, yeah, that's a really good point. Like that whole pack like thing is changing. You know what I'm saying? Until cloud becomes like, you know, something that most people can upload to, it'll still be limited, but I still fuck with the packs. Anybody with packs, anybody with sample packs, drum packs.
You gotta see my hard drive, the amount of packs that I have.
I had a Sonny Digital pack.
Yeah?
Yo,
and he probably didn't even make it. I remember having packs that like those producers never made it. They would just, somebody would rip. And I'm sure, and I know a lot of producers did make some of those packs, but what it was, a lot of times these packs would go viral and it'd be like a Lex pack.
Lex Luger pack.
Yeah, it would be a Zaytoven pack. And it would just be somebody that put it together that was like ripping sounds off of some of their beats, and they would take like a kick that was by itself, or a snare that was sort of by itself.
That would be something that would be interesting to ask like one of these guys about. It's like, so like we all know there was a fucking dope ass Lex Luger pack.
Yeah.
And like was not sanctioned or was sanctioned would be a crazy question. But then also like from their point of view, like how were people doing that? Where they were getting like, was it just they were finding the samples through other packs online and being like, oh, that's probably where this dude got it from? Like,
I think Spins was talking about something like that. DJ Spins about the 808.
Yeah.
I think it was just somebody that started calling it the Spins 808, but I think he said he got it from somebody else. Like he didn't create that 808.
Right. Yeah.
As far as I remember, I could probably look it up quick too on YouTube, because he just did one with Tomorrow. The Tomorrow, you know, the Tomorrow brand. It was Don Cannon's The Origin of the Spins.
DJ Spins 808.
Oh, here we go.
You went from years and years of glory off of this 808. How did that happen?
You remember the torrent sites, Lil Jon Kid, or Polo the Don Kid, but they all be like these 808s. So for me, it's like, I don't know who the fuck made the instrument. Yeah, I'm like, I'm finna use it. It's an 808 that I had been using in a lot of my songs, like you'll hear it. And then one day, Sonny gave me some kits, and it had a Spins 808 in it. So I don't know who necessarily made it, but it's the same 808 I've been using, you know what I'm saying? So
DJ Spins
that's awesome.
808.
oh, here we go.
You went
Crazy, right?
Yeah, facts.
So I was like
they were
almost
like,
100%. I was almost right, but like I was close. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah, that's
he
dope.
was just talking about the packs that we were just talking about. Like he got those packs in the torrent site or Red, whatever.
Yeah.
He got the pack. Somebody else made it. He just used it nonstop, and then his beats blew up.
Right.
And then they were like, "Yo, that's the Spins 808," because
Yeah.
he uses it in his beats all the time. So that's how it was named. Like it wasn't one that he sound designed.
Right.
But
I think, I don't know if I'm like misconstruing some other thing that I heard, but I thought I heard it was like from a 909 or something, like was the original drum machine that sample came out of. I don't know if that's accurate. I could just be blowing that shit out the fucking whatever, but yeah, I thought that was it. And because I was somewhat familiar with it being like older than like Spins.
I feel like I might have heard that too, but I can't remember 100%.
Shouts out to the 909. It's kind of an underrated.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and as always, share this with a friend if you get me.